Hello everyone, it's Rebecca from Chloe's Creative Cards, and today I'm going to show you how to make this lovely A5 Santa's themed Christmas card. Okay, so to get started, I have taken an A5 card blank and I have trimmed a piece of lapis lazuli card just slightly smaller to fit onto the card blanks. So I'm going to take a piece of scrap paper, just grab some, and we're going to edge this in some Crystal Crush Sparklicious glitter. So I'm going to use my glue pen to make sure that's nice and clean. I'm going to drag that towards me on all four sides, like so. And then I'm going to bring in my glitter. So I've just got mine in a big tub. I'm just going to dunk that in all the way around. Just to glitter those edges. Like so. Okay. Then I'm going to bring my card blank back in again. I'm going to stick that onto there using some Collal all-purpose glue. I'm just going to apply that to the back. And stick that onto there. Okay, next I've taken a piece of patterned paper from the Santa's Workshop paper pad, and I've chosen this kind of snowy design, and we're going to stick that on using some foam pads. So just applying those all over the back, like so. Have used quite a few foam pads just because our cards, obviously in the craft room and things, and they go off to photography and stuff like that, they do get handled quite a lot. So that's why we tend to use quite a few. There we go. Okay, then I've taken a piece of white card and we're going to die cut the A5 snowflake frame from it. So I'm going to take the largest one and just pop that onto there and just grab some low tack tape. I'm just going to tape that in all four corners, like so. And then I'm going to bring in my Gemini plates. Just grab my clear cutting plate, a plastic shim, just tape that to there. Then I'm going to put my die cutting side up, my cardstock, and then the clear plate on top. I'm going to run that through the machine. The side, and then I'm going to rotate that 90 degrees, pop that back on the top and run it through again. And then you can see we've got that lovely design. So I'm just going to carefully peel away the edging. So, and then we'll just remove that. Pop those over there. Okay, and you can see we've got that lovely design all the way around. There are still just a few pieces left in there. I'm just going to grab my scrap paper and a pokey tool. I'm just going to poke those through. Oh, wrong one. It's not a pokey tool. Here we go. Okay, I'm just going to pierce those through. Just carefully pushing those out. so. Couple more. There we go. Lovely, right, just pop that into the bin. Okay. Then I'm just going to use my scrap paper again. I'm going to edge this. Oh, there's a couple more pieces I've just missed. There we go. Okay, we're going to edge this with glue again, just like we did the first piece. But this time we just need to be a little bit more careful because obviously we're going over the detailed edge and we don't want to pull any of those little pieces off. So just working all the way around. Like so. Okay, and then we're going to dunk that in our Crystal Crush sparklers just again. Again, just dunking that in all the way around, like so. Just as carefully as you can. You will see all those details on there, like so. Have I missed that little bit? There we go. Okay, then we're going to stick that onto the card using some foam pads. Like so. We'll just peel those backs off. And then we're going to stick that onto the card. Okay, I've then cut a little piece of pattern paper, just smaller than the frame, and I'm going to stick that into the middle with some foam pads again. Then we're going to create our Santa. Okay, so I have got a piece of Nina stamping card here, and I have got my Santa stamp. I'm going to use the Versafine Clear Black ink. So I'm just going to ink that up like so. I'm just going to get a little wipe just to wipe those edges. But otherwise I'll end up putting my finger in them. So I'm just going to wipe them away. There we go. Flip that over and stamp that down. Firm even pressure all over the image. Again, there's lots of details, so just sort of take your time, making sure you've covered every area. I'm just going to peel that away. I'm going to bring in another piece of scrap paper. We're going to cover this in clear gloss wow powder, and we're going to heat that up to set that ink. And then we're going to colour this in using our alcohol markers. So I've got a selection here that I've been using for all of the Santa's Workshop images. So I'm going to use, to colour his coat, I'm going to use R29 first. So I'll do his hat first. So I'm just sort of flicking the colour on, sort of where the details are, towards the edges, like so. Then I'm going to go in with R27 and just blend over those areas. I'm just blending those colours together, and then I'm going to go in with R24 and blend everything together. So then we'll do his coat. So we're going back in with R29. Again, where the kind of the lines are for like his creases on his jacket, this tends to be where I put the darkest colour, because that will be the darker areas. So back in with R27, just blending over those darker areas. Like so. And then R24 to blend it all together. I'm using kind of circular motions to make sure that all those colours blend. Okay, then I'm going to colour in this parcel red. So I'm going to go R29 again. And then R27 to blend that out. And then finally R24 to blend those all together. So, okay, then I'm going to go in with green. So I'm going to do a green parcel. So I'm going to use this green. So we're going to use G28. And I'm going to do this parcel here. So again, just applying that sort of towards the edges. Of each piece. And then I'm going to go in with YG63. And I'm going to blend that together. I might go in with another green as well, actually, to help that blend. That's possibly a little bit too light. So I'm going to go in with this one, which is YG67. I'm just going to blend those together. And then go back in with that YG63. And then that way it'll all blend nicely. Okay, then I'm going to colour in another red parcel. So I'm going to colour in this one here. So I'm going to apply that R29. R27. And then R24. Okay, then I'm going to do the ribbons on some of the parcels. I'm going to do the ribbons on, I think, the rest of the parcels red. So R29 again. Because they're such small sections, I tend to do most of them at once. R27. and then R24. I'm showing you how to do the shading today. Obviously, if you're glittering, which we're going to glitter his jacket anyway, I would just colour it one red colour, because then you're going to cover it in glitter and you're not going to see the shading anyway. But just to show you, if you didn't want to glitter, then obviously this is how you could do your shading. Back in with the R29. R27. And R24. There we go. Okay. Then we're going to do a brown parcel. So I'm going to do this one down here. So I'm going to use R35. This one's going to look like it's been wrapped in brown paper. And then E33. And then I'm just going to use those two colours again. I'm just going to do the little tags. So E35 and E33. Then I'm going to use these two colours. So I'm going to use BV17. And I'm going to colour that towards the edge of the parcels. The edge of each section on the parcels, I should say. Like so. And then I'm going to go in with B29. I just like the royal blue colour that this creates. Okay, then we're going to finish off by colouring his gloves and his face. So I'm going to use 100, which is black. I'm going to apply some of that towards the edge, a little bit down each finger. And then a little bit on these fingers, on this hand. Then I'm going to go in with C9 and just blend over those. Like so. And then C7 to blend it all together. And you can see how it really does blend once you add that C7. Like so. Okay, then we're going to do his face. So I'm going to use E11. His face is so small, so I'm just going to use the two colours, and I'm going to use Y. 0. And that blends his face together. Sometimes I like to go in with C1, which is a really pale grey, and just sort of add a little few flicks through his beard, just to kind of lift it a little bit. And on his moustache and his little eyebrow. And then just round his little cuff. Again, if you're glittering or using fluffy stuff, which we're going to use, then this doesn't really matter. But it just lifts it if you're just using, if you're just colouring. And that would then be your coloured in image. So then what we're going to do is we're going to glitter him up. So I'm going to take my Art Dries Clear glue, and we're just going to infill in his coat and his hat. So I'm just careful. I try and go around the details on his coat just so that they shine through when it's all dry. Just working the way around like so. And his hat. And then I'm going to take our Santa suit, red sparklicious, and sprinkle that over. And then I'm going to infill the little bows as well on the parcels. And ribbons. So and then that would be your finished Santa ready to go on your cards. So you would need die cutting out, so you can either die cut it out once obviously all the glitter is dry, or even better cut it out before you've popped the glitter on, and then it's good to go once it's dry. Okay, I have got one that I've already done, just so that I didn't put my finger in any of the wet glue and glitter. So he's already die cut out, ready to go on our card. Okay, so we're going to add a little bit of fluffy stuff to his cuffs. So I'm going to take my fluffy stuff and I'm going to apply it to the pom-pom on his hat, and I'm going to apply it to the cuff on his hat and the cuff on his jacket. I'm just kind of doing swirling motions just to apply that onto there. Okay. Then I'm going to get my Crystal Crush Sparklicious, and we're just going to cover that in Crystal Crush just to make him extra sparkly. Okay, now you can, with the fluffy stuff, you can leave it to dry like that, and you can just leave it as it is. It will take quite a long time to dry, so I would probably leave it kind of overnight. And then obviously you can heat set it. So just heating that up until that starts to puff up. Like so. Okay, now even when you've heat set it, there might still be some little bits underneath that are still wet, so just be very careful not to put your finger in it, as I have done many times. Okay, so he's going to go onto our card, so I'm just going to grab some foam pads, and I'm going to just kind of place these on. Obviously I would leave him to dry, but for today's demo I'll just do it like this. So I'm just going to add a double layer of foam pads, and then I'm going to stick him on to the corner like so. Okay, then to create our little sentiment, I have taken these from the Santa's Key stamp and die set. So it says, with a dash of magic and a sprinkle of Christmas cheer. And I've just cut down a piece of white card. I'm going to take my black ink pad again, ink those up, stamp that into the centre, feel that way, and then I'm going to cover that in clear gloss wow powder again. And then we'll just heat that up. And then we're going to attach that to the card. So I'm just going to add some foam pads on the back again. Just that one to fit into there. And then we're going to stick that at the top of our card. Okay, then what I've done is I've taken a piece of lapis lazuli card and I've taken the snowflake frames set, the A5 snowflake frames, and I've just die cut 2 of the larger one and 1 of the small one and 1 of the medium one from the little snowflakes in the set. Okay, then what we're going to do is I am going to just carefully pop that little star out of the middle there because I want to keep that. Where has it gone already? There we go, it's on the back. Phew. Okay, so I'm just going to keep that, and I'm just going to sort of pull those little parts up on the snowflake. I don't know what they're called, but I'm sure they have a proper name. And then I'm just going to add a blob of glue gel to the centre. Again, the same with the next snowflake. Tiny blob of glue gel in the centre. Add that on. There we go. And then I'm going to grab a sparkler, so one of the 10mm sparklers, and I'm going to add that into the centre. There we go. I'm going to pop a little blob of glue on here, and I'm just going to pop that little star onto there, like so. I'm going to add a blob of glue here and a blob of glue here and stick on those snowflakes again. I'm just going to kind of pull them up a little bit, stick those on. Then I would just add a little rhinestone at the centre. Just grab my bling box. So we're just going to add blob to the centre. I'm going to add one either side of the star as well. We'll just stick those on like so, and we'll have the little bit of a bigger one for the last snowflake. And that would then be your finished card. A lovely, simple, quite quickish card to make. I really hope that you enjoyed that demo today. Thank you for watching. As always, all the products will be listed in the description below, along with a list of all the pens used today as well. Thanks for watching. Bye.